We're here at the property. I'll just kind of give you a rundown real quick. So it's draining it right there. Needs to be running away from the foundation. This should actually be going on the outside. So should be fitting right in there, and we should be able to slide it underneath that lip and then lock it right there. But as you can see, that can't happen. Which water could get down in there and create moisture issues. Right here, the railing is actually separating right there, and then right there and there. Also, the railing is too short. I think it's 30 or 31 inches currently. Should be a minimum of 36. Also, you need a graspable handrail either right there or right along here. And you don't need it, but I do recommend it for rentals, adding grip strips. And that way, if it was cold enough and it's turned into ice, you'd at least have something there in place that at least try to help them from slipping. A little bit of moisture damage right there, most likely water dropped over time before these gutters and just splashed up there, causing water damage. Same thing right here with water coming down. There's no gutters right there. And so water's coming on down, splashing, and you can see you've got moss growing in these areas. And right there, kind of right in that area, it's actually gapped. You can see there's a piece of wood right there, and that just opens up to your, not even really an attic space, but does open up to it. So probably needs some staining. Your gas tank is just about empty. Pretty much empty. On here, you get wood or ground and a lot of moisture damage right there. When it was raining, you have water coming off right up there where that dot is, the flying dot, and it was dripping, and you can see that some water has even gotten on the stucco, and what's probably happened, water got behind there and just caused that stucco to collapse and fall off. But a lot of wood ground right there, so a lot of damage has been done over time to that section of wood. Where your hot tub is, you don't have the proper spacing, and you can kind of see a bow right in these areas, kind of right in the middle. No gutters on this section, so I have washed this footer out a little bit right there. And let's see, that is your sewer pipe that comes out and should be somewhere in this area. I don't see where it's been dug up. This might be a dig up to get it pumped. So I'd ask your agent, but it's hard to say since they have cleared up so many trees to open up your view. So it's hard to say if that's part of the trees or anything to do with the septic. So it dips right there. right in this area where it dips. And you can actually see, if you look at stucco on the deck, comes down right there. And then it actually gaps over here. Right there. So the weight has actually pulled down, and it is doubled up about right here, 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 and here. So I bet at one time it was probably this way. And that's the electrical, so I'm gonna guess that it was on the proper joists, had to be pushed over because it was too close to that. It needs to be at least 5 feet away from the exterior. So your light's supposed to be like that. This backside bracket's supposed to be, so that's obviously broken. Sidewalk definitely has a lot of movement going on with it. Actually looks like a car had driven down here, or a truck probably. Probably equipment for the trees. Wellhead and sanitation cap. Sanitation cap is loose. It's not supposed to be like that, it's supposed to be tight. Because you get water down in there and contaminate it. Now to go inside. You can see you've had some water intrusion in there. A little bit right there. Water's not working on this, by the way. And the floors, they've been raised where your washing machine has had a leak in the past. I think that's fine. Your windows, you have several windows throughout. With the window tracks, like that window track and that window track. That window. Both these windows, they're messed up. You can open them, but the tracks are messed up. Damaged. Damaged. Cracks damaged. That's a loose toilet. You've only got one plunger for this bathroom, and then the one down below. And the third floor is actually, that plunger doesn't hold the water very well. And we got a loose disconnect. Oh, sorry, a loose connection. That does not start. There's a video, but I crank that, turn that. That doesn't start at all. Turn videos off as hard. Turn lights off as I go. You do have scratches throughout as well. Common in a rental. Yes, this used to be a pet-friendly cabin, and the doors, a lot of doors are scratched. So you got several places down here that are flooring like that. gapped. Gapped in there. So this door has to be screwed on and screwed off. That is where your pressure tank is for your well, and that is where your hot water heater is. Which I think the hot water heater is sitting at 132. I believe I aged it at 2006. Scratches. Scratches. I did start that up. It did appear to be working. It is outside the scope of a home inspection, but it did test it and it did seem to start up. More scratches. I'm missing a cover on that one. I'll find the switch. And there's a hole. More scratches. The floor actually settles about an inch or so. In this room, maybe about a 3/4 of an inch. That's not as long as from that wall to that wall. It drops about an inch, inch and a quarter, just settling over time. Same thing, your furnace is in that one. So that one's not too bad. You can leave that one screwed shut. It's just the hot water heater. If you ever need to get to it, turn off the water or anything, you'd have to unscrew it. You can see the door is much closer than at the top. So because of that, it will shut back on itself. It's just adjusting the hinges. You have separation of mortar in about all the areas with tile. So I recommend just caulking those areas. Separation of flooring and more scratches. Flooring happens when the real hardwood just can't dries out. So you'll get these gaps all over. Those scratches. Scratches. There will be other things on the report that I forgot to mention, but this was just a rundown.